Hi and welcome to yet another episode. So today's going to be quite a crazy one. We're going to be going further up into the Swiss Alps, explore the city, the village. And hopefully today we will try to make it to the top of the Matterhorn. Let's get on with it. And what an absolutely stunning view that is of the Matterhorn right in front of the chalet. With a view like that combined with such perfect weather, it's definitely time to get ready bright and early and get outdoors. Now, if you are new to my channel, then welcome aboard. I'm Farhan, and on this channel we discuss all things that contribute towards living a fulfilling lifestyle by helping you find the perfect balance between your work and personal life. And of course, if you are no longer new to my channel, then you will probably already know that I recently set off on a road trip by car from England through Europe up to the Swiss Alps. And here we are on the first day on my skiing trip in Switzerland. So please do stick around till the end, as today's adventure is really going to be quite epic. Just taking a little stroll through the village, and it's great to see such traditional and historic architecture in contrast to such modern architecture, and all this against the serene backdrop of Switzerland's natural beauty. So I've got all my ski gear on. I'm just going to go hit the slopes in a little while after I grab some lunch. I don't think you'll be joining me on my skiing sessions today because I don't want to carry all the equipment with me, but you may get a glimpse a bit later in the video, and if not, I will definitely be including a lot more of the footage in the next vlog. So I'm just heading towards a local restaurant. I'll grab a quick bit of lunch and then I will be hitting the slopes. Find a great little restaurant just outside the ski station where I'm going to get the cable car up to the top. So I'm going to keep it light, so it's got a soup with some bread for now, and that should keep me going. So now with that quick lunch stop out the way, let's head on towards the train station so we can get to the top of the ski slope. So I've just caught the train. It's a funny looking one because it's at a diagonal angle. I don't know if you can see, but it's at literally like a 45-degree angle. But this will now transport me for the rest of the distance up to the SKIING ski slope. So in about 7,500 feet I will arrive at the piste, and before you burst out laughing, that is the technical term for a ski slope. Okay, I think the goggles need to come back on. It's way too bright. You can say hello if you like.
Hi!
So the idea is to take it nice and easy on the first few slopes. Just warm up the muscles and get my bearings on these slopes. So now, just before we get to the more steeper and complex slopes, I thought I'd just take a brief pause here so you can take in the scenery around me. and those views there are just absolutely stunning. Anyway, it's time to get down that slope. Wish me luck. So now we're picking up a bit of pace, so I'm just going to take it nice and wide on this corner here. The last thing I want to do is take any sharp turns just yet, as the drop off the edge of that mountain is a good few hundred feet. And we are off to a brilliant start. So it is quite difficult filming while you're skiing, so I didn't manage to get all the footage in that I wanted to. But just by this you really can see the beauty all around and what makes this sport so special. So this run here looks like quite a simple one, but the angle at which it is, it really does pick up some pace, so you have to be quite careful along this one. It is the end of this run here, so I'm thinking of going back up to the top because I did see a nice restaurant up there. And after that bit of skiing I've just done, I do feel a little bit peckish. And I know I just already had lunch, but it is quite a workout going down these slopes, so I do think I deserve a second lunch break just for good measure. I'm just going to dismount here and securely put the skis away and take the camera off, which is always a bit of a kerfuffle, but we'll get there. And I came across this absolutely gorgeous restaurant here with the best views you can get. So I thought I'd stop by, get some food and enjoy the scenery while I'm here at the same time. And it is a bit of a shame that it's gone a little bit cloudy, so the views are not perfect. But I think even the clouds with the sun in the background make it look really beautiful and quite mystical. And just there in the back you can see the peak of the Matterhorn behind me just there. And just enough time to squeeze in a bit of sunbathing before the food arrives. So I decided to go for a delicious veggie burger with roasted potatoes. And what a burger it was, absolutely delicious. And I'm fully aware I'm uploading this vlog during Ramadan, and just in case you're thinking, this footage was actually recorded back in February. So I do apologise if you are fasting today. It's probably best you look away. So now with lunch out of the way, it was time to get in a quick photo shoot at this brilliant location before getting back on those slopes again and burning off the energy. And that has to be the one pose I've always wanted to do. Anyway, back to why we're here. Let's work towards a bigger slope this time. This one is a nice, clean, straight run ahead of us, so we can take it nice and easy down this one. And here we reach the top of a decent slope, so let's go for it. And wow, what an adrenaline rush that one is. That's a pretty decent slope. So it's all going perfectly well, as always, until I came across a hard spot of black ice on the floor, and then this happened. Okay, now let's watch that again in slow motion. But you don't have to worry too much because I got myself back up again and we're back down the slope. However, this time unfortunately, after the camera getting knocked, the settings went slightly out of sync and it's gone into the portrait orientation, but I've managed to flip it around into landscape and we have a bit of a picture here, but as you can see we can't get the full width of the camera. Nevertheless, we can capture that the conditions have gone pretty bad with the amount of fog, so it looks like we might have to call it a wrap here and head back down to some lower altitude where we should have some much better weather. So I just had an amazing time skiing. Now it's gone a bit dark, so they're closing the lifts on this side. However, I do have another ski resort where I'm staying at the chalet because that has like a ski on and ski off entrance to it. So I'll try and catch a bit of footage for you later. So what an absolutely thrilling experience that was. I did just come back to the chalet and now I've just popped out for a little walk. Just gonna relax my feet after being in ski boots all day. I'm gonna go up in the mountains, do a bit of meditation, and then I'll go get some dinner for the evening. So if any of you guys have been watching the last few vlogs, we have been talking a lot about meditation, so I do recommend it. It is something that's proven now by scientists as well to improve your overall mental health, and it's fantastic for relaxation. Oh wow, what have we just come across here? Let's have a look at this. And later on today, what I was thinking was, on the last vlog we discussed quite a lot about hobbies, and out of the hobbies, one of them which I really recommended was skiing. And as I'm on a skiing trip at the moment, what I thought I'd do is go through some of the information that might be helpful for you. So if this is one of the hobbies that you want to take up and you think this is something that can really help you take your mind off work when you're not at work, something that you can do as a hobby on the weekends away or when you've got some time off for work, then this would be an amazing hobby for you to take up. So I'm going to go through some of the safety precautions, some of the gear you might need, maybe some of the destinations we can discuss. So just a little word of advice: if you do decide to go on a ski resort and you're thinking take a shortcut to get from flat ground here to some flat ground up there, use the paths that have been cut out, because I actually thought that was just a bit of surface snow. It turns out it's not surface snow, the whole thing is snow. So I tried to take a step and this should have given it away for me. That's a post, so that's obviously going straight down to the ground. But yeah, shortcuts are not good, and if that lesson wasn't bad enough for me, I actually tried it again here and got nowhere with it. Looks like we've got an old abandoned chalet here. Interesting stuff. So I'm just taking a little walk down back into the chalet because I do need to put all my ski gear away properly because I just chucked it in when I got back. But now I'm going to put it all away properly, and then we're just going to pop back out later to grab some dinner for the evening. Useful that just next to the chalet, we've got this like a bit of a car park, but it's for skis, so you can call it a ski park. So overnight you can run your skis in here so they stay nice and safe and secure. And then I'm just going to put my ski boots up on the stand, which is amazing because it's got heat blowing. So each one of these rods has heat blowing down them. So when you wear them in the morning, your feet are lovely and warm. That should keep them nice and warm overnight. You can also put your helmet and gloves on these here, which these are heated. Each rod is heated, so your gloves stay warm. But I don't bother with that because you only do that if you've been falling a lot and your gloves are wet or your helmet's wet. Generally, it's just your ski boots that get really cold and wet. So now that I've got changed and I'm all rested up, I thought I'd take a little stroll through the village appreciate all the old architecture and natural beauty around me before heading out for dinner, so you can join me on this little stroll. So I'm just taking a little walk down through the village, find a nice little restaurant, and I've got my earmuffs on, but I didn't realise how dark it is in some parts around here, because obviously to avoid light pollution, these sort of places, they don't put many lights there so you can do stargazing and all the rest of it. So I must remember to bring my hat, which has a built-in light, on my next little trip down to the village. I think I've just found something good. Let's just spin the camera around. I think that looks like a restaurant to me. Yep, we'll try that. That's nice. A little pit fire out here as well. I could sit out here, it's slightly cold, but I think I'd manage with that sort of heat coming out. Now, with all the exercise I've had all day, I decided to go for a refreshing homemade lemonade, a delicious lentil soup with bread. So I'm not usually a fan of prawns, but I'm so glad I went for these king prawns because they were absolutely delicious. And for the mains, I went for the healthy option of roasted mixed veg. So I'm just taking a walk back to the chalet now to get some rest. And there's just so much to look at on the way, with great architecture. But I really want to get back now because I've been walking quite a bit today. What an absolutely amazing day I've had so far. Now, I did promise you that I'd be giving some safety tips on skiing, and to be very honest, I literally got so carried away with my skiing and all the rest of it that I think we've kind of run out of time. I'm not going to leave you in the lurch so soon. Tomorrow is another day and we will get on with lots more. So I'm just sitting in my courtyard here. You can call it a courtyard, front garden, whatever you want to call it. Having my organic, what is this? Organic turmeric active tea. Pucker, it's by Pucker. Good stuff, that. So if you haven't tried that, you want to try that. It's really good for your health. A healthy body is a healthy mind. So you want that. Something that's not so healthy, however, is Toblerone, but I actually love it, and I know a lot of people really don't like this. Let me know, do you love it or hate it? I just think it's fantastic. And your fun fact for the day: guess the mountain on Toblerone's logo, with absolutely no points for getting it right. Yes, it is the Matterhorn. I've got my magazine and I'm sitting under the stars, and you can just about make the edge of the Matterhorn mountain in the far distance. I don't think I'll be able to pick it up on the camera, but I think that's got auto track on, so you should be able to follow me around here. And if you have a look, just up there, you might be able to make it out. Nope, maybe, don't know. But yeah, what a great way to end the evening. Peace, quiet, silence. You could hear a pin drop. Amazing. So this is the sort of stuff, guys, that I'm trying to encourage you to do. Life isn't made just for working. If we look back in history, whether it's the times of the hunter-gatherers or then people that worked on the farms many centuries later, it was about spirituality, it was about relaxing, finding peace in yourself, enjoying time with your family, friends, traveling, all sorts of stuff. But the modern day that we live in now, things have totally changed. There's something that I do want to mention. Here in Switzerland, as I've been talking to people, things are very different out here, and it's no wonder that it's year on year been one of the happiest places in the world to live. People are smiling. Honestly, you don't get to see many people. Obviously, I don't take you on the pist. Before anybody laughs at that, I've already explained what a pist is. So as you're out there on the slopes, you do meet a lot of people that are really smiling and happy. And I did ask some people how are they managing it. There's definitely something to be learned from from people in other countries. So guys, I didn't want this vlog to go on for too long, as I know my previous vlogs have gone on for quite a while. So I'm going to cut this one here for today, but I hope you really have enjoyed it. Keep an eye out for the next one, and as always, please like, subscribe and share, and I hope to see you in the next one.